A National City teacher, once named Teacher of the Year, has been ordered to stand trial for allegedly having inappropriate relationships with two Lincoln Acres elementary school students. It's our top story on the 4. I'm Heather Myers.
I'm Carlo Cicchetto. CBS 8's Kelly Hessedall joins us live from the South Bay Courthouse with what happened today in the courtroom. Kelly.
That's right. And I got to tell you guys, it was a tough day in the courtroom today. We heard some very graphic details of these alleged sexual relationships that prosecutors say Jacqueline Ma had with an 11 and 12-year-old boy. The lead detective on the case spent most of the day on the witness stand, and at one point she testified and read out loud text messages found on one of the boys' iPads.
You know what I'm talking about, Miss Ma. Oh my God, do not forget my underwear is in your pocket. John Doe 1, I'm at my grandma's. Sorry, I was doing some SUM. Miss Ma, that's okay, just making sure you hide it.
Were there other photos from this video?
Messages that were read aloud today were too graphic for television. The young victim, referred to as John Doe 1, also took the witness stand today. The public, the media, was not allowed in the courtroom during his testimony. We know he was 11 when this alleged relationship started, a student at Lincoln Acres Elementary, and prosecutors say the relationship went on for a couple of years. He is 13 years old now, and according to prosecutors, they found evidence on his iPad that indicated they were using an app so she could watch him live as the boy was showering. The detective testified about a dozen photos of the child's private parts were found on Ma's phone. Before today's hearing got started, Ma appeared to be upset, wiping her eyes, crying. Most of the time, she took notes or kind of kept her head down. Now, we also heard testimony from the detective about the second alleged victim. The detective interviewed him at his school. Now, I have to warn you, what you're about to hear is disturbing.
He told me that he was texting with Miss Ma, who was his teacher at the time, and they started to text back and forth about masturbation, and he did not know how to masturbate yet, so she was teaching him how to masturbate.
And the detective testified that at one point the boy actually went to Ma's classroom after hours. There was some sort of encounter, but that he got so freaked out he ran out of there before there was any physical contact. Now, the judge said in a ruling today that there's an overwhelming amount of evidence that the defendant took advantage of two children. Now, Ma is due back in court next month. Heather and Carlo?
Yeah, Kelly, that testimony is really tough to listen to. Did the defense call any witnesses, and what is the defense's argument here?
The defense did not call any witnesses today. In the past, the defense attorney has told me that mental health plays a big role in this case. He did not mention that today. However, he seemed to indicate that Ma didn't have authority over one of the young alleged victims because that child is now in middle school, and so some of this alleged abuse happened after he had already left her classroom. So he was kind of saying she no longer had authority over him. However, the judge certainly didn't see things that way, and again, this case was bound over for trial.
We'll see if it actually makes it to trial. I know a lot of people hope some kind of deal gets worked out so that the children involved here aren't put through that ordeal. Kelly Hessedall reporting for us. Thanks, Kelly.